ladies and gentlemen, the Players Prep powered by Scorebird. We are here in Lebanon, the home of the Blue Devils, and Coach Jim McDowell was cool enough to give us a little bit of his time. You're in a unique situation right now, Coach. You're sitting right in the middle of that District 9 right now, facing two teams you've already beat once this season. Matter of fact, in succession right there, Gallatin and Beach. Can you kind of replicate that, or what's it going to take to possibly do that twice this year?
Well, we just talked to our guys this afternoon about we basically got a three-round bout, three-round title fight to try and get in that third place spot. Gallatin and Beach are two really good programs. You got two great coaches, and Coach Luna and Coach Joins that have been to the state tournament multiple times. And we were very fortunate to win two close games against them earlier in the year. And like you said, we're going to try like heck to replicate that Friday and then Tuesday.
Coach, talk about the replication of that, hopefully. What is the main key for those two games? And is it the same key for both games, or is it different for each team?
I think that Gallatin and Beach are somewhat similar. They both have some pretty dominant players. Gallatin's best scorer is Devontae Williams, and he's a very solid perimeter shooter. They're a very physical team. They're kind of contrasting in some ways. Gallatin plays a lot of physical man-to-man defense. Got some good athletes, whereas Beach plays 1-3-1 zone that they played ever since Coach Jones has been there. They've got another good shooter in Sawyer Taylor, but they also have a good guard and Derek Wilcox to go with them. And so just making sure that we try and defend those guys, those main guys, and force some of their other guys to have to step up and make plays, which I'm sure they'll do the same to us too.
Jim, you talked about Joins and Luna, and those guys have been there for a pretty good while. And we were talking to Troy Allen earlier today, Troy Bond earlier. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of movement in the coaching ranks in this district. It seems pretty static. You guys really know each other. How does that help you as you go about your business?
Well, it's one of those deals where, I've coached against those guys as assistants for a while. All 4 years that I've been here, there really hadn't been much changeover, like you said. So a lot of times you know what's coming, and it's whether you can stop it or whether you can defend it or not. The identity of these teams and these coaches stays the same. It's just a lot of the faces that change from year in and year out. So we may be a little bit different, whereas we've kind of been forced to change maybe with our personnel. We're a little bit undersized, more so this year than we have been in the past. We still try to get up and down and pressure some, but in the past we played a lot more man-to-man. We're playing more zone and trapping and doing some things to try and maybe hide some of our size differences. But Coach Bond, I was an assistant coach when I played here, and I worked with him. When I played here, Coach Luna was the coach at Gallatin, so it's kind of been a neat deal of going from a player and playing against some of these guys and now coaching against them. And so that's been a tough transition. Me being kind of a newer, younger guy on the block with a lot of these experienced coaches, a lot of times you don't really.
What you're saying is old, you mean?
I didn't say that. You can see right here. I'm sporting the platinum blonde like Maurice.
There we go.
We got that going for us.
There we go. Hey, you were talking about their identities. What do you feel like y'all's identity is right now?
I feel like right now our guys are really playing extremely hard. And that's something we really stress upon, playing 32 minutes. As far as our identity, I would say that our toughness is something that we've really tried to make our identity. Players play, tough players win. And when we've come out and been the tougher team, we've been very successful. When we haven't, then that's where those 5 losses come into play in the league. If you don't bring it, and we've been victim to this. We've lost in the 7th and 8th place teams. We've been fortunate enough to beat some of the upper to mid level teams, but we let one get away against Portland and against Hendersonville. So you got to bring it every night.
Well, that's Coach Jim McDowell right there, hoping he's on his way like the other Blue Devils East on his 1,000th victory. Maybe that'll be the case. Tell everybody how they can find Scorebird, folks.
Everybody, go to Google Play, go to your app store, download the free app. It's called Scorebird. Get live updates on all the games to the second. It's really easy and it's free.
You can like us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook.
There you go.
Follow us on Twitter @PlayersPrep. Check us out.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for another edition right here. Players Prep powered by Scorebird. We'll see you next time.